The Warriors closed as a 17-point favorite. Entering Sunday, teams favored by that many were 85-1 in the last 20 years. Last time it happened, Lakers upset the Warriors in March of 2016. But I want to take that to the table first and foremost with Mike Woodson, who is here. There's a lot to unpack, but let's start with Clay suggesting that maybe they needed more help from their crowd. What'd you think of that?
Well, you can't blame the crowd. I mean, the Warriors are a great team. They're a championship team. They just got to rely on each other when they step out on that basketball floor to get it done.
Yeah, and look, if it's hard for the players to get psyched up for a game in March against Phoenix, maybe it's hard for the crowd to get excited for that as well. I'm not sure which way it should go, but at the end of the day, that comment may not be the most significant part of this. Warriors have lost 4 out of 6. Last night they had all 5 of their stars playing in this game, and they lose to Phoenix. Are we worried about the Golden State Warriors right now?
We shouldn't be. They're a championship team. Clay, Durant, Curry, Draymond, and the coach have gotten it done over the last 2 years. So I think they got to figure out Boogie and how to fit him in. And it's going to be up to those 5 guys to do that because they figured it out over the last 2 years, and they got to get Cousins involved. I mean,
are you more worried about him on the defensive end or the offensive end?
Both. You know, I mean, I thought the other night against Denver he played great defense. But offensively, he is an offensive machine. Now, there's enough points to go around on that ball club, and they got to figure out when it's his time to, you know, get the ball. And it's going to be his night sometime, and sometimes it's not, you know, because they got so many weapons on that ball club that everybody can score the basketball. But Cousins can score it as well. He's got to do it on the defensive end, and he'll get his points up.
Now, there's one other thing that happened in this game last night that we need to show you here, and I want to make it clear. This thing just sort of set the internet ablaze last night, so you deserve to see it if you haven't. This is exactly what happened. There's a minute and a half left. After a made free throw, they're going to a commercial break. I don't get paid to read lips, but just closely watch Steve Kerr's lips. Just closely watch. Okay, now again, I don't do this for a living, but it very clearly appears as though he's saying, I'm so bleeping tired of Draymond's bleep. This is what I'm going to show it to you one more time, and then we'll move on from there. Okay, so that appears to be what he's saying. He was asked about it after the game. He said he would not have any comment on it, and he will meet the media again this afternoon. So at that point, at some point today, maybe he will address that situation. But I know you've watched it several times. What's your reaction?
I don't think it's a big deal. I really don't. I think it's coaching. Players on the other end, they do it the same way. You know, I'm sick of Mike Woodson, you know, because I've gotten on him. It happens in basketball. But I think moving forward, Steve is going to have to sit down with Draymond and iron out some things if they plan on trying to win another championship.
Because Draymond has had the thing with Kevin Durant this year that tough to tell if it ever really fully got put away. And then he's been on and off the floor with some injuries, and now you have Steve Kerr saying that. Do you believe that's something Kerr needs to address with Draymond before he comes out and addresses it to the public?
Oh, I think so, and I think he's probably already done that. You know, I mean, it's important that the coach and the players stay on the same page, regardless of what the situation is. Steve Kerr's the bigger guy. He's the coach. He's captain in that team, and Draymond's a big part of the puzzle.